Amazing. I think that's us getting started. So good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today for this session, all about how this school can help you navigate the new MFL GCSE specification. My name is Jess. I'm the marketing manager here at this school. I'll be your host today alongside my colleagues Catherine, and who's our UK new business manager, and Georgie, who's our educational content manager. Catherine will be taking the lead shortly to show you around our key features and everything you need to know about alignment. And myself and Georgie will be here kind of in the background, managing chat, Q&A, and we'll be hopping on at the end as well. Georgie's got some exciting news to share about a new addition to the product. So if you can see the chat function or the Q&A as an attendee, it'd be amazing to know where you're logging in from today, if you want to pop that in the chat. And while you do that, I'll be going over just a really small amount of housekeeping. This is all probably very familiar for anyone who has been in a webinar in the past 6 years. But basically we're in webinar mode, which means as attendees, microphones and cameras will be automatically off. So that means you can be getting on with whatever you need in the background, and will help us, keep this a really efficient, quick session as well. Like I say, if you do have any questions as we're going, please put them in the chat or put them in the Q&A, and we'll be able to get around to those at the end once Catherine's kind of shown us around. So yeah, if you've got any questions about anything we're talking about GCSE wise, or just generally about the platform, please do share those. And we will be recording today's session as well. So once we're done, probably tomorrow, you'll receive a recording so you can revisit, you can share with anyone else who might be interested. And of course, you'll have our contact details on there as well. So without further ado, you've heard enough from me already. I will hand over to Catherine, who will get us started.
Thanks, Jess. So here is what we're going to be covering together today. We're going to be going through a brief introduction to This Is School for those who might not already be familiar with us. We're going to take a look at our real world videos, what we're most famous for. But we're also going to focus on how to find and use the new vocab lists, as the new curriculum is so vocab heavy. How to find and use our newly aligned grammar modules. Georgie will then give us a sneak peek at a new exciting addition. And of course, there'll be Q&A time at the end. So yes, so what is This Is School? Let's start at the very beginning. Launched in 2011 as This Is Language, we were a platform developed into This Is School just last year in 2023 as a reflection of our belief that the authentic content and resources we have pioneered in languages can be applied to a wide range of subjects. We now offer resources in French, Spanish, German, Italian, Mandarin, geography, and all the sciences. Of course, today is all about our language teachers. But if you have a colleague who might be interested in exploring new resources, send them our way. As you may know, This Is School is completely cloud-based, meaning there's no additional installation needed. It's easily accessible from any device. And as well as teacher accounts, students have their own logins, meaning it can be utilised for homework and revision also, which, as we know, is essential for any student during their GCSE years. Now, there is no better way to understand what we do at This Is School than to take a look at our platform. So let me change my tabs and I will show you around. Hopefully you can now see my screen. As promised, here is a look at the site in general and everything we have to offer. Listening videos, vocab assignments, grammar, speaking, writing, teacher resources. You'll also notice points target, assignments and nutty games mentioned here. We're not going to go into those today, but I'm happy to answer any questions you might have about these. We are running a specific session about Nutty Tiles, our vocab game, in a few weeks, so keep an eye out for that. It's highly addictive for students and teachers. You'll love that. And we also do a personalised discovery tour with every new school that takes out a trial with us. So there's full training included, but as you can see, it's super simple to get started. So let's dive in. So today I want to focus specifically on the videos, the vocab and the grammar, because they're the biggest changes and links to the new curriculum. So when you go into the video section, And my computer normally is a bit slow at this point when I share my screen, but it will eventually populate. There we go. You can see that we have all the different exam boards here. We have highlighted the new GCSE specifications for AQA and Edexcel, but for the students who are still on the previous pathways, that content is also there for you to look at. So you can quickly, easily flick between the two. Using Edexcel as an example for today, you can easily navigate into your chosen curriculum, choose the topic that is most relevant for you, and then you can see we have a variety of different videos and focus on those areas. What I think is really important as well to understand at this point is that we do want to build a well-rounded understanding of languages from around the world and the different cultures associated with that. So a great example is with our French videos. Students can hear speakers from not only France, but France, Canada, Cameroon. We also have Senegal and from Belgium as well. So this really gives your students a cultural journey through anywhere that speaks French. When you have selected a video that you would like to look at, you can assign these as a video exercise for students to work on at home, or you can use one of our scaffolded exercises to complete either as homework or in class. The benefit of the scaffolded exercises is they are available to all of your different ability levels. We're there to support those students who might find authentic language a bit overwhelming to begin with and to build up that confidence, and also then to stretch those students who are a bit further along the line. So all of these are scaffolded and there to build up that confidence and that love of languages. Each of these sections will cover all the vocab that's relevant for the new specification, and you can see the related videos underneath here when you want to differentiate the work set for your students. Now, speaking of vocabulary, let's jump into the vocab section. Now, again, because the new specification is so vocab heavy, we have made sure that it's really easy for you to dive into these new vocab sets. We have the 1200 foundation sets and the 1700 higher sets, all easy to find in these curriculum spotlights. When you're in the vocab section, you can then choose how these are assigned. We have different exercises, matching and spelling, to build up the confidence in your students. All of the vocabulary is listed, and then you can assign the different activities. Our most successful schools will group this vocab learning with a video exercise as well, so that students can learn the vocabulary and then see it used in context in our listening videos. Now on to the grammar section, my personal favourite area of the site. So in grammar, again, you can see that we have split out the different sections for the exam board. And we have these amazing, wacky, engaging explainer videos for every section of the grammar structure. Again, you can assign these for homework, or you can use them as a classroom tool at the front of a class on a video. The benefit of assigning these, and what our most successful schools would probably do, is use these as a support for students who are struggling with a grammar structure, but also play them in a class so that everybody can be open to that discussion and they can go through the training module together. Then you can support that with the vocab and the videos together to give that really rounded approach to language learning. Now, I've whizzed through that extremely quickly. I'm going to hand over to Georgie now, who's going to give us a sneak peek at what's coming next.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Catherine. So yeah, I just wanted to take a moment to share that we'll shortly be releasing a series of phonics videos on This Is School, which we've produced in the same engaging style that Catherine showed briefly there in our 120-second grammar videos. Now, all of the phonics videos themselves include clips from our real-world speaker videos, So students can hear sounds being used authentically, and this of course helps them to learn their sound symbol correspondences as required in the spec, and to be able to read aloud and complete transcriptions. So all of the videos can be paired really nicely with our speaking feature, and this provides students with the opportunity to practice their dictation and reading aloud. And with the speaking feature, you can set your own choice of topic or assignment, and students are able to record their responses to the platform for review. So not only does this provide really great exam practice, but it also helps reduce some of the mental blockers students might have when practicing speaking, as it provides them with a digital first option to practice and have their work reviewed. So due to the time available, we won't be showing the videos right now in this session, but an exclusive sample will be shared with you as part of the follow-up to this webinar. Please do let us know what you think when you've had the chance to review them. We're really looking forward to hearing your thoughts, and yeah, we're very excited about the release. So I'll hand back to Jess now.
Thanks so much. That was truly a whistle-stop tour of how we can help with the new spec with GCSE, but I think it really goes to show how the platform, how much work has gone into the platform essentially to make it super simple for anyone to get online and start using the platform for everything that they might need for their GCSE students. So we have plenty of time for Q&A. If anyone does have any questions, like I say, please put them in the chat or the Q&A box. It can be about GCSE, it can be about this school in general. We're completely open. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to do that. But we had some questions emailed in as well prior to the webinar from some people who weren't able to join live. So I'll start with those, and then if any other questions do come through, we can get onto those as well. But Catherine, probably one question, probably one of the biggest questions you get asked in your role is, how much does it cost? Could you kind of run through the subscription model for us?
Yes, of course. So it's based on a per student basis. So every student will get access to French, Spanish, German and Italian as a package. And the more students you have, the lower the per head cost. So if you want to email me at catherine@thisisschool.com and let me know about your student numbers, we can book in a discovery call and I can get a tailored quote specific to your department.
And naturally, because that we have been quite quick, and obviously, like I say, it's rapid for a reason, I suppose. Obviously, we appreciate everyone's time. It's so short, especially at this time of year. But what should teachers do or attendees do if they've noticed that we've kind of not gone over something, or that maybe there's something missing? I don't know if either of you, to be honest, because you're both more than qualified to discuss this. If someone spots something that's maybe missing on the site, or they'd like to discuss a new edition.
I think something that might be important to highlight is that all the areas of the site, bar speaking and writing, are automatically marked. So we are very much focused on saving teachers time. So all of the vocab, grammar, listening that we went through today, everything there that you set as an assignment is automatically marked and graded, which means that you can track student progress very easily and efficiently without picking up a red pen and without disturbing your evenings or weekends. And as well as planning time, because we align to textbooks and we have the full curriculum mapped out for you, everything's there at your fingertips. So you don't need to worry about searching for authentic videos, looking for relevant, fun ways of teaching grammar. We've got it all for you in one place. So it's automatically marked and it's engaging for students. And I think that's a big area of the site that is a huge success story for all of our schools.
Definitely, and I think it's probably worth highlighting as well that anyone who uses the platform, we have a really transparent policy in terms of your access to kind of our product team, obviously, who Georgia is representing today. In terms of your suggestions and feedback, we take them super seriously. So we have a voting board within the product, so you can jump on there even during your trial. You can go on there and you can let us know exactly what you think. You can vote on other ideas, and you can pop in, like Catherine said, anything that's going to save you time save your sanity as a teacher, you can let us know what that would be, and we can look to build that in as well. So we're a very small, agile team who are 100% here to kind of support teachers and their students through GCSEs and beforehand as well. Catherine, I don't know if you want to touch on, we talked about it a couple of times during this, but on upcoming webinars as well.
Yes, so we have an exciting webinar for Nutty Tiles coming up in a few weeks. And I believe we're also hosting a section on the speaking and writing feature and how that is aligned to the grading criteria. So look out in your inbox for the upcoming webinar information, so you can see what we've got coming up. But they'll be at this time every week, so every Wednesday at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, and I'll be sharing details of those as soon as I can. So do keep an eye out. Like Catherine said, there'll be deep dives into different areas of the website or the platform that we perhaps haven't touched on today. And equally, if you've kind of spotted anything that we've talked about or touched on today that you'd like to go into more detail on, either let us know and we could easily run a webinar on it for you and the benefit of your colleagues. But equally, if you are interested in doing a deeper dive very specifically for your department and for your school, you can go to thisisschool.com/trial. Use the code GCSE Web so we know that you've watched today's session, and it means that we've got a really great jumping off point for making sure you're getting all the information you need. As Catherine touched on earlier, you'll get a completely personalised discovery. We'll be able to really dig into your aims, your ambitions, your students, your current teaching style, and how this school can be flexible to support you however you need, essentially. You'll receive a recording of this webinar to refer to, share with colleagues, of course, if anyone else is interested in learning more about us. And you can also email us at info@thisisschool.com with any questions we haven't been able to cover today. Or again, if you just want to discuss your school's requirements, you can do so through there as well. That's everything from us today. I can't see any additional questions or Q&A come in. So in the spirit of giving everyone's time back and considering everyone's time, we'll let you have these 10 minutes. Do keep an eye out for this recording. And like I say, if anything comes up in the meantime and you log off and you suddenly have a question, please reach out, info@thisisschool.com, and we'd be more than happy to help. Otherwise, thank you so much again for joining us. Thank you to Catherine and Georgie for joining me on this call today. And we hope to see you on This Is School very soon.